He sings, he dances, he acts on the hit show Glee, and now Chris Colfer can add author to his list of credentials. He wrote the book and the movie Struck by Lightning, and Rosanna and I caught up with him just a couple of days ago.
Chris Colfer, so nice to have you with us this morning. How did this idea come to you, this Struck by Lightning?
I was just a really overachieving, underappreciated kid in high school, and I was president of the Writers Club, and it was a disaster trying to get kids to write for a club when they didn't have to, and I thought this would be a great movie someday, so I came up with the idea for the screenplay.
And you actually thought, did you put yourself in that situation? Like, what would happen to me if I was struck by lightning?
That's actually kind of why it all started. I was walking in my car in the student parking lot, and I thought, wow, if I was struck by lightning right now, what would happen? Would anyone ever care about all the things I accomplished in high school, or would I have done that just for myself, you know? And so the whole story kind of came to me then.
So let's go in reverse. Let's go back to you growing up in Fresno. When you thought of the future, did you think my future's as an author? I love to write. Or did you think my future's as an actor? I love to be on stage. Or did you think to yourself, you know what? I've got this great voice, this great set of pipes. I'm gonna be a recording artist. What did your...
Never thought about being a recording artist, ever. Singing was well, because Glee is the only thing that I've ever been a part of that made my singing useful, because I was always put in the background of the tenor section. You know, they never thought I, had anything special. They thought I was more of a inconvenience having a really high voice and being a male. So that was never any part of my my thinking process. But I've always wanted to write and act ever since I was a little kid.
And you would you consider yourself one of the popular kids? Because I read somewhere that you were a lot heavier than you are now. I mean, you're very slim now.
Yes, I slimmed down quite a bit since then.
How much heavier were you?
I was 60 pounds heavier.
Wow.
Yeah.
Were you bullied when you were in high school?
Not for that, for many other reasons. Well, actually, sometimes for that. But, oh, yeah, absolutely. Every day for another reason, yeah.
What other reasons do they bully you for?
Oh, my skin, my activities, the fact that I was president of the Writers Club, that I was a drama kid, I was a speech and debate kid, everything that wasn't socially relevant I was a part of.
Joke's on them.
Right, exactly.
I agree.
Let's talk. Tell us a little bit about the plot line of this book and now movie.
Well, the book is a little different from the movie. But they're both the story of Carson Phillips, also an underappreciated, overachieving kid who is the president of the Writers Club, and he's kind of who I always wished I was in high school. Like, he gets bullied, but it isn't allowed to affect him. He kind of gives them serves it back to them, and he really wants to get into Northwestern University, and decides to blackmail his peers at school into contributing to a literary magazine to better his chances of getting into that college.
Let's take a look at the clip.
Okay, then go take the athlete's toy away.
Who does this film appeal to, do you think?
Yeah, I think everybody, really, and I'm not just saying that to get more people in the theater. I really
don't think there was an age group that you were going for.
I would say it's something that parents can bring their teenage kids to, and they both walk away with something.
This is not, I mean, it's a first time out, 2012 Tribeca Film Festival, and with co-stars like Dermot Mulroney, Christina Hendricks, Angela Kingsley, Rebel Wilson. This is a pretty impressive bunch of folks.
And he financed, you got all the financing together for the film.
Yes, I didn't have any money to do it, but yeah, we found the money to do it.
I mean, he's a one-man act.
So how do you like being on that side of the equation, and on the business side of the acting business?
It can get a little overwhelming, because I like to be in front of the camera and behind the camera. I like the storytelling part of it. I don't necessarily like the business aspect of it, but it was quite the education, and you learn a lot from it. I'm
also wondering how you balance working at Glee, which is demanding, singing, dancing, learning all these different songs every show, and then working on this movie.
Well, there's a reason I've aged so much since that clip was filmed. But no, it's very demanding. But I mean, yeah, I just was very passionate about telling the story, and so I found the time to do it.